3 years ago, I actually had the opportunity to speak with Nico. I cold emailed him. I was like, man, I'm a college student. I just want to be able to talk or whatever, get some perspective or whatever. So in that regard, it's crazy that I've turned from being interested in him and the thing he do in his position and being able to talk to him, and he's telling me about how he traded for Dinwiddie and what he looks for in playoff guys and how he leads and his leadership style, stuff like that. And
Hold
now
on. I did not know this. You got to reel that back. This was before we even start podding or anything like that.
yeah, man, before we started doing anything like that, I totally forgot about this until all this stuff started happening. I talked to Nico, bro. I hit up Nico. I'll send you the email or whatever in his
Mhm.
response, so you can flash that up there at some point. But yeah, I done talked to Nico, and we done had a little like 15-minute powwow basically where I interviewed him, kind of picked his brain a little bit. He's telling me about how he uh traded for what his thought process trading for Dinwiddie, how he leads the organization, stuff like that. So it was interesting. But
But my thing is though, cause come on, cause now I was kind of reeling it back. Anytime there's a main narrative going, I have to
yeah,
sit back and be like, what am I missing here? Because if everybody's going right, for some reason my brain just tends to look left.
I don't blame you.
We kind of talked about this. Like it was like a couple years ago when the PJ Washington trade, from the Kyrie trade, the Gafford trade. Nico has pretty much been all hit, no miss. Next
Yeah,
next thing you know,
cool.
new manager, new
The
owner.
owners, yeah, and like even think about it like this: the Dinwiddie trade, people kind of, or the Porzingis trade, basically, like people try to be like, oh, he messed up there. He didn't really like mess up terribly there. He essentially got rid of Porzingis, his contract, and he got Dinwiddie. He basically got Dinwiddie back, and that same team went to the Western Conference Finals that year. So
Dinwiddie, bro, he really low key is an underrated player for like a guy that's a role player that actually hits big shots in big
yeah,
moments and stuff like this.
exactly.
So
So I never necessarily knocked that trade. Obviously, like it looks kind of bad now that Porzingis is still in the league and Dinwiddie's not. But at the end of the day,
yeah.
Mavericks went to the Western Conference Finals off that trade and off of the work that Dinwiddie was doing with Jalen Brunson and whatever while Luka was out. So it was interesting to think about it that way.
You don't think he's a scapegoat? Because I done heard a couple things. We've talked about this. I think the league wanted Luca in LA.
It's tough for me. I don't know what to believe at this point because there's a lot of things like I genuinely believe that Nico is a dude who kind of looked at Luca sideways. He's like, why you don't? He probably thought he don't work as hard or he don't try enough. And the way that he was moving in that finals, where he played great and did a lot of things and great in that finals, but he may be making the organization look bad or whatever because he was pouting, crying, going back and forth with the rest, and then essentially Boston was playing whoever offense on him. It looked bad at times. So me, Nico probably could have looked at him sideways. He's talking about he's a big Kobe guy. And he's like, man, Kobe wouldn't have gone out there looking like that in his first finals.
I ain't gonna lie, because I've had problems with just watching Luca at times, looking at his body, looking at his effort, him stopping mid play to wind the refs. I can see how that can rub certain people the wrong way, especially a guy like Nico Harrison that do seem straight laced and he wants stuff done a certain way. And I do think it was mutual tension there. But at the same time, this could be a new owner type of situation because we heard that the new owner possibly want to move to Las Vegas and this and that. We knew that the Lakers wanted a contingency plan with LeBron. So I too many things lined up for this to be a sole Nico thing because, like people been saying, you don't sign off on this unless you want it to happen too. If you're the owner, Nico only has so much power. That was a big part of things too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like you said, you as an owner have to sign off on this. And look, I understand that the Dumont and the Adelson family, they're not like basketball, they're not sports guys. They came from gambling, Las Vegas Sands, all that stuff. So maybe they didn't think that Nico they didn't think Nico was crazy when he brought this to them, so they just trusted him as he made great moves before previously. So they probably just like, oh, well, maybe the dude was like, yeah, I trust you, Nico. If you say it works, I'll trust you. But despite everybody else maybe looking at it crazy, I'm gonna trust my guy Nico because he been made some good trades before, so I'm gonna trust this one too. But
Not with
dude,
Luca. Not with
not with
Luca,
Luca. They're
Chris.
like
Not
Luca's.
with Luca, Chris.
I feel like if I was an owner and I never watched basketball before, right?
Mhm.
And I watched what Luca does for this team, I look at like I'm just like I get in touch with the fan. I go to the games and 90% of the jerseys in there are Luca jerseys. I
Mhm.
watch him carry my team round after round after round all the way to the finals. In my mind, I've never watched basketball before. I see that dude do that. That dude's never leaving my team. He's never
I,
leaving my team.
I understand it, but that leans more to the conspiracy side of things. So
Yeah.
why is he ended up gone? Because I will say this. I just randomly was looking into Slovenia-Israel relations. We're not gonna get into that.
Oh Lord.
They've been having tensions there. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I I also wanted to say this. What are the odds that the Dallas Mavericks get the number one pick the way they did right after a trade like that too? It's just too much
Like
stuff, bro.
1.8%,
Too
something
come
like
on.
that. It
Come
was,
on, Chris.
hey man, they showed a video of them ping pong balls bouncing around, and they got, I mean, Lockheed Martin or whoever be sponsoring that joint to make it look real and stuff. But
I'm not
you
trying
never
to
know.
I'm not trying to absolve Nico, but if you really go through his track record of making moves with the Dallas Mavericks, what, two conference championship appearances and a finals
Yeah,
appearance?
yeah,
I so I can only blame him so much, especially we didn't get to really see the Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and the Cooper Flag situation. We didn't get to see it, if we just go be honest.
oh
I think
yeah. I
it's
haven't given my full thoughts, but yeah, I get you.
and I also think this was it just became too toxic, like I've heard people describe it. So I don't know. I'm in the middle now. I used to was like, bro, this dude tripping. I'm in the middle now.
Hey, look, yeah, I totally agree with you on most of that. Like Patrick Dumont came out and he basically ripped Luca a new one after the trade as well. He talking about this. I know he didn't know about basketball. He said when you look at the Magic Johnsons and the Michael Jordans and the Larry Birds and the Kobe
Mm.
Bryants, and then he said Shaq. I was like, he don't know basketball. They worked hard. They were. That's the. If you don't have that kind of work ethic and stuff like that, that's not going to get us to the where we're supposed to be, and we don't want you in our building. It's along those lines, right? That's essentially what him, the owner, came out there and doubled down on it basically. And so,
Mm.
I mean, that's how I was like, you can't necessarily be absolved from all this. I understand you like, oh, I made a mistake. I'm gonna talk to the fans and I'm gonna fix my mistake and all this stuff. But you definitely still got some blame as ownership. You signed off, and Nico can't be the sole fall guy. So I'm gonna see what he does going forward. He gonna have his hands in the cookie jar a lot more. So we'll see what he do going forward. But at the end of the day, Nico can't be the sole scapegoat. I got a lot more eyes on you as the owner. But I my original thoughts when Nico got fired, I was like, I understand it because literally they can't get through a home game without shouting fire Nico. Literally, we're at Mavericks players are at the free throw line trying to tie the game. My boy PJ missing free throws because they out there shouting fire Nico, fire Nico. Man, quit messing up my boy field goal free throw percentage. So I mean, that's toxic. Like that don't feel like no home game, and that don't feel like no good environment. Winning, culture meant for winning. That don't look good for free agents, and you got Giannis in the building. He might want to come play for the Mavericks at some point. So we gotta cater. We gotta make ourselves look good. So I'm glad we handled it, with the quickness. It's just interesting how in a way that yeah, Nico has taken the fall for this, and I understand why he got fired. But his true vision of I'm not going to include Cooper Flag in his vision. His vision of Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving, we never really got to see. Even
Mhm.
this year, we never really got to see. So
We didn't get to see, but keep going.
we didn't get to see. So I understand why they fired him. But I was like, if you're gonna double down and you're gonna believe in what he did and his move, you at least let it play out. That's why I never thought he was getting fired this year. But I guess I understand why he did.
Yeah, it got too toxic, but at the same time, I think it's some conspiracy stuff going on. It's some I think this was a little jankier situation than just Nico getting too full of himself. I do think he didn't mind doing it. That's why he
Uh-huh.
unemployed girl dad. Like I don't think he's tripping. I think he probably got paid a possible back, but I think it's deeper than what people are thinking. I do want to get your thoughts on what's next before we move on. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want to see the future of the Mavericks be? Because, bro, this is look like the greatest freshman class we've ever seen in life. I just watched Mikael Brown, the point guard from Louisville. This might be just the greatest class we've ever seen, man.
Dude, we finna had that Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash that year draft class, the Allen, all them,
This
yeah.
could be a 96-03
96,
draft,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah,
It could be,
yeah.
bro.
Hey man, this what I'll be quite honest. Everybody's like trade Anthony Davis, trade Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
I'm against that. If I'm being honest, I'm not necessarily for that. We have,
Chris, the
bro.
boy, no.
What do you mean? No, like I'm not necessarily for that. Like they don't. What do? They don't hurt.
They
Like what?
don't play. That's what they do. Don't play. They do.
Kyrie Irving
Don't
comes
play.
back, and I want Kyrie Irving come back and play. Take his time coming back. He don't even got to come back this season. He can stay out the whole season and really recover. Anthony Davis, miss as much time as you want. We trying to aim for that lottery. We trying to aim for that top. We were trying to get my boy Devonta up in here. We trying to forget my boy, your boy Peterson. One of them two. I don't care. One of them. I'm trying to get one of them two on. So miss as many games as y'all need, and then come back next year, and that's a great
Oh
five.
my
That's a
God.
great five.
No.
Like that's a
So
great five.
all
Now I got
right.
P. You
You
got
can't be
PJ.
blend. You
Got a
can't
ton
be
of
blending
dudes.
the
Like
timelines, bro. We've seen this with the
we can
Warriors.
blend the
Have
time.
no, you can't, bro.
Blend the
You literally
timeline.
can't do it because you'll get mad at either the old guys or the young guys. Like we seen with
I,
the Warriors. You
I'm
have to
saying
pick a side, bro.
I personally don't. I understand Anthony Davis is a great talent. I understand that he's an interesting asset in that contending teams may want him. But really, what are you getting for Anthony Davis? I'm seeing these mock
You're
trades and stuff
getting
for like,
rid of it. This is
bro.
let me say this. When it comes to trading star players, sometimes because you're not gonna get great value back right now. I get what you're saying on
No,
that
I'm
part.
not getting
But
nothing back really.
you're getting off of well, if Anthony Davis stay healthy, if we can get another good year of Kyrie, if we're getting rid of the ifs and we're just rebuilding and we're focusing on our number one overall draft pick, you think Cooper Flag is happy right now?
Nah,
Do you?
this not. Yeah, I agree. This is not the best situation right now for his development. Yeah, this is not the greatest way for a number one overall pick to come in. It's been definitely been putting him into a rocky start. He's having to play outside yeah. So I get that, but man, maybe this is just the fan in me. Maybe this is just the wanting them to be good in me, and I don't want to commit to a rebuild and all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like why not see the full healthy team? Why not ever see the full healthy team?
Cause it, Chris, you're losing. See, you're hanging on to the what if. You gotta come back to reality. These niggas ain't never. I'm sorry, these niggas ain't never gonna stay healthy, bro. They're not going to both stay. What the odds of Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving staying healthy for a whole season in the playoff run for the Dallas Mavericks is slim to damn near none. I'm sorry, cousin. I gotta rip the band-aid off. It's not happening. It never will. And get off of them dudes so you won't have that in your mind. That's what you get with the trade.
Let me just offer this one more thing. Look at Maxi. He was look at what Philadelphia and the 76ers have done. They shut down Joel Embiid. They shut down Paul George. They said we gonna get us a top three pick. They even brought in now they brought in VJ Edgecombe to go with Jared McCain. And now this year when Embiid is healthy and Paul George is healthy, and then now you got Edgecombe and Maxi and all them. Now they can be some real contenders in the East.
See, we
Why
live in
can't
the
we do
twilight
that over
zone.
there in the West?
They need to be getting off of them. You see, we just got two different thought processes when it comes to this, I guess. I'm
I'm
not
saying
with the let's see if Embiid can make it work with Paul George and the young guys. Let's see if Anthony Davis and Cooper Flag and Kyrie they can come to. I'm not with it, bro. Pick a
I'm not
side.
bro. I'm not saying stay there forever. I'm saying give it a try a year, like a year. Let it rock for let it play out for a
And
year.
and then what if one of them get hurt again?
Yeah, that's bad. I mean,
It's going to. It's. I don't wish injuries on nobody. Once somebody shows you who they are, you have to believe them. Anthony Davis to toe his retina. Anthony Davis to threw out his back. Shoulder is coming off his goddamn. Bro, come on, man. It's over with, man. Kyrie is tearing ACLs and MCLs and whatever else. Achilles tent. This is not gonna get no better with no age, man. We can't keep trying it. This was the year to be like, okay, Anthony Davis, you and Cooper Flag, y'all ride the ship until Kyrie come back. Now it gets to the point where, man, Kyrie, you been gone, just take the rest of the year off, bro. As we try to get a number one pick or something like that. And it's crazy. I don't even get to watch Mavericks games because of the league pass situation in 3 games, 3 days to watch a game. But the Mavericks is just say,
yeah,
man, choose
you
Cooper
ain't
Flag.
missing, you
Just
ain't
choose
missing
Cooper.
much.
Just choose Cooper Flag, Chris, and let's
All right. I mean, that's fine.
We need to
I'll
focus
just
on him and doing the best for him. Anthony Davis
let
and Kyrie, y'all is secondary and tertiary.
I'll just give you the players that I'm interested in going forward. And then Cooper Flag, Brandon Williams, Derek Lively. I like Brandon Williams. He's shown some stuff for me. Derek Lively, PJ Washington, of course. Najee Marshall, but I'm sure like Najee Marshall's hit or miss for me. Like if you can upgrade him for something better, cool. If not, keep him on the team. We'll throw in Dwight Powell for some leadership, Hardy, because I don't think anybody really wants him. I take Keep Nimhard. Musa Cease. I did not say his name right, but that dude. And after that, I hope I didn't miss anybody important.
Man, keep Coop, Lively, PJ, Christie.
Yes, Christie. I'm sorry.
Everybody else is who cares? And you know, so you can stay or go, but those 4, I like those guys and build going forward. Hey, I wouldn't mind if Kobe White come to Dallas.
That's what I'm saying. People talking about, oh, we're gonna trade Anthony Davis for Kobe White, Vucevic, and all this, and Pat Williams and two for man. Chicago better not be stupid enough to give all that for Anthony Davis. I get getting off Kobe White because you ain't gonna pay him anyway. I get getting off potentially Vucevic or whatever, but
let Chicago do what they do, man. I'll take Kobe White with Cooper Flag. I think that's a great pairing.
I do too.
You know.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I would never quit.